Welcome to our training on distracted driving. Today, we will cover what constitutes distracted driving, potential consequences of distracted driving, and how to protect yourself, your passengers, and other vehicles you encounter on the road. By the end of this course, you will be able to identify potential sources of distracted driving before they occur and know how to avoid distractions while driving. Have you ever witnessed someone driving while distracted? Maybe they were talking on the phone or texting, or maybe they were applying makeup or eating breakfast. Perhaps they were chatting with a friend or paying more attention to their kids in the back seat. Were they swerving, going too fast or too slow, driving erratically? Unfortunately, witnessing distracted drivers is not uncommon. In fact, according to enddistracteddriving.org, 7% of all fatal crashes in 2019 were distraction-related, resulting in 3,142 lives lost. That was an increase of almost 10% over 2018. And according to the AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety, driver distraction is responsible for more than 58% of teen crashes. Alarming, right? Chances are, if you are honest with yourself, you have likely driven distracted and were lucky not to add to the statistics. Most of us get distracted at some point while driving, but by failing to give our full attention to the road, we are risking not only our own life, but the lives of our passengers, other drivers, and even pedestrians. In fact, about 1 out of every 5 people killed by distracted drivers in 2018 were not in vehicles. They were walking, riding bikes, or otherwise outside of vehicles, according to the National Highway Traffic Association. So, how can you be less distracted when you drive? The trick is to be intentional. Luckily, there are strategies you can develop to remain focused on the road, and you will learn those strategies today. Before we start, take a look at this picture. Think about the things that you see that could cause a potential distraction. Write down any potential distractions you find. There are 6 total. Did you find the letter? A letter or other object on the dashboard can cause a distraction while driving by simply falling off of the dashboard or tempting the driver to take a look at the content. Other dashboard distractions include GPS devices, smartphone holders, trinkets, or stickers. Did you find the snack? Eating while driving may seem commonplace, but it is a dangerous distraction. It takes only a few seconds to open a bag of chips. It also only takes a few seconds to lose control of your car by taking your hands off of the wheel. Eating while driving reduces your reaction speed by 44%, according to driversed.com. Did you find the mask? Hanging a mask, beads, hang tag, or other objects from your turn signal or mirror can cause distraction while driving. These items can obstruct your view or simply tickle your leg, causing you to look away from the road even momentarily. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 9 people are killed in the U.S. each day in crashes involving a distracted driver, while another 1,000 are injured. Many of these drivers were only distracted for a few seconds. Did you find the drink? Drinking a soda, water, tea, or other beverages while driving reduces your reaction speed by as much as 22%. Did you find the phone? Using a cell phone while driving dramatically increases your crash risk. In some states, it is illegal to use your cell phone while driving. Did you find the headphones? In many states, the use of headphones while driving is illegal. At a minimum, headphone use while driving creates a dangerous distraction. Wearing headphones can cause you to miss important cues such as sirens of approaching emergency service vehicles, horns, or railroad warnings. According to traffic safety experts, distractions can be classified into 3 categories: manual, visual, and cognitive. A manual distraction causes you to move your hands from the wheel. A visual distraction causes your eyes to shift focus from the road. A cognitive distraction causes your mind to wander away from the task of driving. Did you know that the National Safety Council estimates that 26% of all car crashes involve cell phones? Let's use texting while driving to determine what type of distraction it might cause. Does texting while driving cause manual distraction? The answer is yes, unless you are using talk to text and the technology is getting everything you are saying correct. Does texting while driving cause visual distraction? Yes, you are very likely to look at your screen at some point while texting from your phone. Does texting while driving cause cognitive distraction? Yes, again. Texting while driving takes your mind off the road. As you can see, one activity can cause multiple types of distraction. While all distractions can endanger drivers' safety, texting requires looking at your phone, thinking about what you are typing or reading, and using your fingers to send and retrieve messages. This makes texting while driving extremely dangerous. Texting while driving shifts your focus from the road for long periods of time. This can cause you to steer erratically, possibly hitting other vehicles or roadside objects. If you must answer a call or check a text message, pull over in a safe place before doing so. According to the CDC, at 50 miles per hour, sending or reading a text is like driving the length of a football field with your eyes closed. Let's look at other types of distraction that can happen while driving. Talking while driving. Using your cell phone to talk or text while driving is by far the most common reason for distracted driving accidents. According to the National Safety Council, it is estimated that 26% of all car crashes involved cell phones. Talking while driving shifts your focus from the road for long periods of time. Navigation systems. We commonly depend on navigation systems, or GPS, to get from point A to point B while driving. In our industry, GPS technology is certainly essential. When using GPS, make sure your system is mounted on your dashboard in a safe location to avoid looking down while driving. It may not seem like a big deal to adjust a button or dial, but doing so undeniably divides your attention, especially when you have to look away to do it. When possible, take the time to adjust your temperature and music before you start your journey. Applying makeup or any type of grooming while driving causes distraction. It is easy to get in a rush and think, I can get ready in the car. Unfortunately, doing so puts yourself, your passengers, and others at significant risk by taking your attention off the road and your hands off the wheel. Talking to your passengers. If you have passengers in your car, it is natural to spend time talking together. That said, passengers can create a significant distraction. Keeping your mind and eyes on the road must come first. Before you leave, let your passengers know you are concerned for their safety and will be keeping your eyes on the road. Also, let them know that while what they have to say is important to you, you may have to interrupt and ask them to hold their thought if talking becomes a distraction. Diverting your eyes from the road. Did you know that it takes 0.2 of a second just to blink your eyes? This means that when you are driving 60 miles per hour, in a blink of an eye, you move 17.6 feet. While we can't help blinking while driving, we can reduce other diversions that take our eyes off of the road for even longer. Perhaps you have experienced several of these diversions that last 5 seconds or longer. Number 1, being lost and looking for a landmark or address. Number 2, checking out an accident on the side of the road. Number 3, enjoying a beautiful rainbow or cloud formation. While these activities seem pretty harmless, in 5 seconds, you have driven over 0.8 of a mile. Riding with children can be significantly distracting. Children should always be buckled in child safety seats or booster seats, depending on their age. Young passengers need to understand that it is important that you are able to concentrate on driving. Avoid turning around to tend to children. Don't allow unruly behavior, throwing of objects, etc. If kids get out of control, pull over and resolve the issue before continuing. Riding with pets can also cause distraction. It is not safe to ride with your pets loose in the car. A number of hazards can injure them or put you at risk that you might not think about. You should never have a pet in your car during working hours. Even outside of working hours, always keep your pet in the back seat while driving. Having a pet in the front seat is dangerous for both you and your pet. A simple fender bender can cause airbags to deploy. Airbags can crush pets in the front seat even if they're inside a carrier. Zoning out. It's happened to most of us. You find yourself daydreaming on a long commute or during that daily drive. You were on autopilot and don't even really remember how the drive went. Our brains tend to check out and think about other things when we are in familiar settings. Pay attention to your mind and refocus your thoughts if you find yourself zoning out while driving. The key to avoiding distractions while driving is awareness of the associated risks. Picture this. You are driving along and your cup goes tumbling to the floorboard. You drop your phone and reach down to feel around for it. You lose your way and you decide to quickly pull up your phone's navigation app. These quick distractions may not cause an accident, but what if they do? What if those 5 seconds are life-changing for you? Those 5 seconds could seriously hurt someone you love, land you a felony conviction, or cost you your life. Avoiding distractions like these can be literally life-saving. Being proactive can make a difference. Let's look at some of the ways you can mitigate the risks. Drowsy driving. Operating your vehicle while fatigued or sleepy is commonly known as drowsy driving. Be sure to get plenty of rest before you drive. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration's up to 6,000 fatal crashes each year may be caused by drowsy drivers. Medical risks. Untreated sleep disorders and some medications can also put you at risk. If you find yourself yawning or blinking frequently, having a difficult time remembering the past few miles you have driven, losing your way or missing your exit, drifting from your lane, or hitting a rumble strip, you should talk to your doctor. Always research new medications and avoid driving if drowsiness or other side effects could cause a potential risk. Drinking alcohol or taking recreational drugs and driving is illegal and against company policy. Doing so may impair your judgment, your reflexes, and cost you your job. Always wear your seatbelt. Over 90% of Americans buckle up on a regular basis, according to the U.S. Department of Transportation. While this statistic is impressive, equally impressive is the consequence of not wearing a seatbelt. The U.S. Department of Transportation reported that of the 22,215 passenger vehicle occupants killed in 2019, 47% were not wearing seatbelts. So fasten your seatbelt before you start your car to greatly reduce your chance of injury or death in the case of a collision. Before you step into your car, check in with yourself. Take a deep breath, relax, and make an effort to let any stress go. Do not let other drivers' actions distract or upset you. Expect other drivers to make mistakes, and you will greatly decrease your odds of getting angry on the road. Plan ahead. Leave plenty of time to get to your destination. Leave early and expect delays. Being late, especially to work or to an appointment, can trigger high levels of stress. Keep your distance while driving. It is important to always maintain a safe distance between your vehicle and other vehicles on the road. A good rule of thumb is to maintain at least a 3-second following distance. These 3 seconds allow you time to react and avoid potentially dangerous situations. Maintain your vehicle. A quick check to make sure your vehicle is ready for your commute can save time, stress, money, and your life. Before you leave, make sure everything is in working order, that you have plenty of fuel, and that you have everything you might need with you. All right, let's test your knowledge. Test yourself by writing down your answers to the following scenarios. Determine if the following scenarios are a good practice or a bad practice. Scenario 1. Always fasten your seatbelt before you leave your subdivision. This is a bad practice. Make it a habit to fasten your seatbelt before you start your car. Many accidents happen close to home. Scenario 2. When following another vehicle, it is recommended that you leave a 3-second distance between cars. This is a good practice. 3-second distance between cars is the rule of thumb. Scenario 3. Always drive slowly when entering an address into your navigation system. This is a bad practice. You should pull over in a safe place and stop the car before entering an address. Scenario 4. Avoid wearing headphones while driving. This is a good practice. Headphones are dangerous while driving. Scenario 5. Use the talk-to-text feature on your phone to return important messages while driving. This is a bad practice. Avoid using your phone for calls and texts while driving. If you must return a call or text, pull over in a safe place and park your car before doing so. Scenario 6. If you see a billboard or sign on the highway and you want to remember their name, snap a quick picture with your phone rather than writing it down. This is a bad practice. Taking a picture and writing while driving are both dangerous activities, so is taking your eyes off of the road to read their advertisement. Consider a Google search later from the safety of your home instead. Scenario 7. A vehicle brakes suddenly in front of you and you're forced to slam on your brakes, spilling your drink on the floorboard. Rather than reaching down, you pull over on the side of the highway to clean it up. This is a bad practice. Pulling over on the side of the highway is dangerous for you and other drivers. Wait to pull over in a safe spot away from oncoming traffic. Scenario 8. Using a hands-free cell phone is a perfectly safe alternative to holding your phone. This is a bad practice. Hands-free technology may be a safer alternative to handheld devices, but it is not risk-free. Hands-free communication can give you a false sense of security. Talking on the phone while driving causes dangerous mental distraction by reducing your response rate. Did you know that if you are involved in an accident while using your cell phone in any capacity, you could be sued? An attorney can easily subpoena your cell phone records. If they indicate you were using your phone, even hands-free, you are at risk of a lawsuit. Congratulations! You are now able to identify and avoid sources of driver distraction and can plan ahead to keep yourself and your passengers safe. Buckle up, keep your eyes on the road, your hands on the wheel, and your mind on your driving. You got this.